for listening to The Feed.
April 30th is coming fast. We're just days away from the federal tax filing deadline.
But whether you're a tax day procrastinator or looking ahead to next year, we've got a few insider tips to help you hang on to your money.
Janine Purves is Senior Financial Advisor with Asante Capital Management. And Janine, the government's new budget includes a few notable changes that affect the way people will file their taxes.
Well, there's two changes that sort of affect everybody. And yes, it depends on your age, but the two changes that really are applicable to the typical Canadian are the TFSA, the tax-free savings account, which is more than just a savings account. Actually, now you have the opportunity of putting in up to $10,000 per year.
What was the limit before?
It was at $5,500 per year.
Okay, so this is a huge difference.
We can put in $10,000 per year. Now, with the tax-free savings account, you do not get a tax break when you put your money in. It's not like an RRSP. But the benefit is anything that grows in there, you never pay tax on.
Even when you take
an amazing savings vehicle to build up so that you don't have to pay any tax on anything, and then you've got money to buy the car, to put a down payment on a house, to whatever you need to do. Maybe it's even retirement.
So does this mean the money that I put in now I can take out 20 years from now and not pay taxes on when I take it out?
Exactly. On all that growth, you have 20 years worth of growth with no taxable income.
Riff a little bit on RRIFs.
The RRIF, and now again, RRIFs are Registered Retirement Income Fund, and that's really what you use for income after you have the RRSP. So once you've retired, so I realize that's not everybody, but it will be everybody at some point. The RRIF, when you withdraw from your RRIF, the idea is you withdraw a certain percentage every year, and it's mandatory you take that money out because you got those tax breaks all those years you were contributing. So when you take the money out, now they've reduced the amount that you have to withdraw. And everybody's thrilled because now if they don't need as much, they don't have to take as much out. So it does save you on taxes at that point as well. And it's effective for 2015. Of course, we have to wait till the budget passes to make sure it's in effect, but it can kick in this year immediately.
We're just a few days away from the tax deadline, the filing deadline. Are there any last-minute tips that people can use to save a little extra scratch from going to the federal government?
Absolutely. I think the biggest issue is try to make sure you're maximizing all of your deductions. So it's the biggest mistake I find people make is not claiming things that they have the option of claiming. So there's all these new deductions, such as there's an opportunity to split income as a family or split income when you're receiving a pension. Right. And people don't always take advantage of those if they're not paying attention to the program. You can claim a home office, your RRSP deductions. Make sure you've got all your receipts. Some people will get one receipt, but like my organization, we mail out a few because some people want to claim things in a different way. So you could get 2 or 3 receipts from RRSP contributions if you're doing them monthly. So just make sure you've got all your receipts. One that's really frequently missed is the tuition deduction because you don't get a receipt for that. You have to go on to your school organization and actually print it off. Now that's for university or college, post-secondary only, that you're paying for.
What about thinking of the future in terms of tax strategy?
So RRSPs are the best opportunity for now. They're taxable later, but you can usually manage how much you withdraw. But one of the best strategies now is income splitting, and that would be, for example, if you are you're earning more, and say your wife is earning less, then you use your RRSP contribution room and contribute to her. Because then in retirement, we actually can manage how much we withdraw. The biggest issue I keep hearing from accountants this year, and we deal with a lot of them, is that people don't have all the receipts. You get T3s and T5s for your investments. As I said, you get the RRSP receipts. And if you're missing any, all you have to do is call the institution where you do your investing and say, what should I have? Make that one phone call, and then when you go to your accountant, they have all the information at hand.
That is Janine Purves. She is Senior Financial Advisor with Asante Capital Management.